All right, I have to start talking, even though I'm waiting on some of you guys to come in here because this is going to be going up on YouTube. I'm going to be making a series of videos until these people are arrested. So I don't know exactly where this video may end up, but my name is Valencia Renee Dantzler, aka Mother Diva. And you are on Mother Diva's House of Love TikTok page. It's Mother Diva's House TV series on YouTube because I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I'm a producer, community activist, Michael Jackson historian, and Michael Jackson justice advocate. You can email us justiceformjlaws@gmail.com. So, hey Marlon, it's been a while. You need to get back to me because Steve, this producer, sent you email with his credentials and this project that he's need funding for, this movie idea. And so you didn't respond with your people. But anyway, so I want to get into this. This is what I am trying to get people to do. In order for these people to go down, okay, we all have to come together and literally start humiliating these people. I have been having a series of memes done to share. Perjury is a crime. I want you guys to understand, perjury is a crime. These two people have gone into a court of law and depositions and have perjured themselves. It is a crime. So I posted, and I will post on here, the information on how to contact the California Attorney General and demand an arrest and demand an investigation into James Safechuck and Wade Robson for perjury. 175,000 people signed the Netflix petition. I need those same 175,000 people to flood the California Attorney General's office with emails, phone calls, and physical letters. We have to get these people locked up. Now, Wade Robson is not a U.S. citizen. We want ICE to go and pick him up. He needs to be deported immediately. Now, I have a colleague of mine who has a friend that's very good friends with President Trump, because we're going to get these motherfuckers up out of here. Y'all demons got to go. Ain't nobody playing. I'm going to be sharing this picture. I want you to share it and repost it. They have to go to prison where they belong. And let me say this. Wade Robson is from Australia. The Australians told me they do not want him back. The Australians said, do not send him back here. Tell President Trump and ICE to send him to Antarctica. Now, I went and did some research on Antarctica. There are very few people who live in Antarctica. There are like scientists and research teams that live there. because I guess that they're working on something. I don't know. But Wade Robson's a wonderful choreographer and dancer, which means he can go to Antarctica and teach those people who are scientists and research people there. He could teach them how to dance. I mean, they probably don't have any entertainment in Antarctica. So that will be his assignment. And from my understanding, when it's 10 degrees there, that's summer. Okay? But that's where he belongs. I mean, I don't know if Wade Robson can actually be deported to Antarctica, but the Australians don't want him back. The Australians are all on my Facebook comments. Do not send him back here. We do not want him. Okay? You guys, this is serious. This is serious. So the California Attorney General is up for re-election. I have invited him to come to Forest Lawn. I've invited Congressman Calvert to come to Forest Lawn. I'm inviting members of Congress, and I'm going to try to see if I can get some FBI agents and some people from the Department of Justice to come and speak. Because these perjurers have to be brought to justice. These perjurers have to be brought to justice. They are going to prison. See, if you guys really studied Michael Jackson, he manifests everything he wanted by a vision board. He wrote it on the wall, on mirrors, on toilet paper, on paper bags. It was staring back at him. If we all come together and take these pictures and just share them everywhere. I mean, I'm talking about posters, signs, flyers. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a meme that puts all 7 of them in prison, because the other 5 are also perjurers, the Casios, but they are also blackmailers and extortionists. I reached out to the FBI and the Department of Justice. Also, we have to reach out to the Attorney General in New Jersey, because they're from New Jersey. So I want the Attorney General from New Jersey and the Attorney General from California to work together. Baby, I'm building a task force to put these demons in prison. I am not playing. These 7 perjurers will be going to prison. Let me tell you something. I am not no damn fan. I'm an advocate. I am a Michael Jackson shareholder. And so are you. See, you got to get that fan mentality out of your mind. We are MJ soldiers of love. That goes beyond a fan. And we have to come together to protect the brand. What is the brand? The brand is Michael Jackson. How do we protect that brand? By coming together and going after the demons that's trying to destroy the brand. The brand is now a legacy. If you love him, you ain't gonna let nobody come and try to destroy his legacy. These are 7 people. And it's millions of us. You gonna let 7 people try to overturn some shit? What kind of supporter are you? I want to know, where are all Michael Jackson's friends? Because we coming. Now, reports say that their trial date has been changed from November 23rd, 2026 to February 14th, 2028. Well, guess what? We're going to manifest that they ass will be in prison or in another country by then. Because that's what it's supposed to be. Y'all need to be screenshotting this and sharing it everywhere. Thank you guys for coming in. Shanti, Jimmy, Yolanda, J. Dot, Marlon, Romy, Karen, everybody on this live. Thank you guys for coming in. These are criminals. That's all you need to get in your... They are beyond liars. Okay? Y'all always talking about how James Safechuck and Wade Robson, they lying. No, they're perjurers. Perjurers are people who lie in court and in a deposition. You sign paperwork that says under penalty of perjury. We are asking the state of California to enforce the perjury law because they've been perjuring themselves since 2013 and 2014. They've been perjuring themselves. That's ongoing perjury. That is ongoing perjury. Now, Wade Robson said that when he testified in the 2005 trial, that he committed perjury, that he lied to protect Michael Jackson at that trial. But he's telling the truth now. The reason why he was able to say that is because the statute of limitations on perjury ran out in 3 years. So in 2008 is when the statute of limitations ran out for him to be arrested. But see, let me tell you where he made his mistake. You're saying that you perjured yourself in 2005, but you telling the truth now. Okay, so I wrote a bill and named it after the perjurers. It's called the Safe Way Perjury Bill. It's a no statute of limitations on perjury. We're going to lift the statute of limitations on perjury. So moving forward, there is no statute of limitation on perjury. So if somebody perjured themselves in 2026, they can still go to jail in 2046, 20 years later. But another thing that we have to do is if we're going to remove the statute of limitations on perjury to go back and retroactive 150 years, that takes an act of amending the Constitution of the United States of America. We haven't had a constitutional amendment since 1992. But they're still committing perjury. So Wade Robson was telling the truth in 2005. He's lying now. Okay. So he is currently lying. The judge threw this case out twice. You know why? Because the judge knew they were lying, that the case had no merit. And the first time it was thrown out, it was because there may have been some type of statute of limitations. It was something, if you guys know why they were the first time their case was thrown out. I think it was because they didn't file it in time. Like you only had so much time to file it. I think it might have been one of those reasons. And then also the Michael Jackson estate was not responsible for his personal behavior or his your production company or something like that. What I'm trying to tell you, if you guys don't understand how deep and evil this is, do you know what these two perjurers did? Hey, Stephen. Do you know what these two perjurers did? They aligned themselves with real sexual assault survivors and lobbied to get a law passed in California called the Child Safety Act, which passed January 1st of 2020, just so they can sue Michael Jackson's estate over lies. These low down, dirty, satanic motherfuckers went and helped get a law passed just so they can sue Michael Jackson. Do you understand how evil that is? I said, you want to play that record? I'm going to get a law passed. I took their names and I named the law after them. They are going to prison. Y'all don't hear me. I am not playing. They going to prison for breaking the law in court and a deposition. Penalty of perjury. They are liars. They are more than liars. They lied under oath. That's a crime. Screenshot this and share it everywhere. My goal is to humiliate the hell out of them and destroy their souls with the preaching of the gospel of Yahshua, the Holy Spirit. These two demons will be going to the lake of fire. They gonna feel Michael Jackson's wrath. They ain't gonna be able to get no sleep. They gonna have nightmares. They going through it now. Don't let these smiles fool you. I'm from the south side of Chicago, and I am boots on the ground. I am in the street. I got billboards, posters, and everything. We gonna buy some commercials, advertising. We on a campaign. I am not playing. You know how you be watching TV and you see people running for office and they run attack ads? Yeah, I'm running attack ads on these two asses and them other 5 liars. And I'm not going to stop until they in prison. So you tag them. Tag their ass. Let them know. Mother Diva coming for your ass. are going to prison. Screenshot this and share it everywhere. If you want them to go to prison as much as I do, then let's take a page out of Michael Jackson's book and let's post it everywhere. Let's make the vision come to life. The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. I will buy a boost. I will buy shares and buy likes on this. I want this everywhere. Oh, wait till you see the other one where I got all 7 of them in the prison cell. They going to prison. And Wade Robson will be deported. And Wade Robson, if you did get citizenship, I am asking President Trump to revoke it because you've committed a crime. You perjured yourself. You're an admitted perjurer. You said that you perjured yourself in 2005. You said that. No, you told the truth in 2005. You perjuring yourself now, bitch. Let me tell you something. I know for a fact that somebody is paying them to destroy Michael Jackson's legacy. They're not doing this for free. Do you all know or understand that folks was offered $1 million by tabloids to lie on Michael Jackson and say that he touched their children? That's how much they wanted to destroy this man. They hated him. You know why? Because he was righteous, powerful, and everybody loved him. It didn't matter if you were, what race you were, what culture you were, what your background was. People loved Michael Jackson. And this was an attempt to destroy his legacy. They are going to prison, and the MJ Soldiers of Love are suing them for emotional distress. I am the organizer for the class action lawsuit. It's called the MJ Soldiers of Love versus the Perjury 7. Let me explain something to you. All those people who signed that Netflix petition, 175,000 people. If 175,000 people filed a lawsuit against you, that would drive you insane. And that's the goal, baby. We're going to drive these motherfuckers insane. And we're going to send a message to the world and let them know, if you try to sue Michael Jackson estate over lies, the MJ Soldiers of Love are going to sue you. Whatever the fuck y'all are doing to the Michael Jackson estate, we're going to do to you. We are suing James Safechuck, Wade Robson, and the Cassios for $613 million. Now, I am not in the lawsuit. I'm the organizer of the lawsuit. I am working with the attorneys to organize the class action lawsuit against these 7 perjurers. And if you would like to join the class action lawsuit, you can DM me or send an email to justice4mjlaws@gmail.com. Justice4mjlaws@gmail.com. I'm not playing with these people. I am not playing with them. They going to jail. I don't give a damn if y'all don't like President Trump. President Trump was Michael Jackson's friend. And for those of you that decided to drop out of America's 250th anniversary, y'all are stupid. Talking about, I'm not performing for Trump. You not performing for Trump. You performing for your country. The presidency is not a person. It's an institution. He's just the CEO. You're performing because you're an American citizen and you're performing for your country. This is the greatest country on earth. Where else can you go where people can come to this country, not even a citizen, and get $50,000 worth of food stamps and housing and money? You think you can go somewhere else and that happen for you? And no. I'm not saying if you don't go to other countries, they don't have some benefits that may benefit you better than what you got here in America, but it's very, very few. And you still got to go through a whole lot of rigmarole. No, these people can just come over here and get whatever they want. But that's being stopped. Thank you for the hearts. That's being stopped. We want the California Attorney General to arrest and investigate James Safechuck and Wade Robson for perjury. And we just have to keep on putting pressure. And let me tell you something. He's up for re-election. Oh, yes. I've talked to him. I haven't talked. When I say I've talked to him, I've talked to his people. Yes, the California Attorney General is up for re-election. I've invited him to come to Forest Lawn. They will be doing an investigation. I'm not playing with these people. Okay? And you know, so when I put all this stuff, if you go on Thriller Dance 2300, I put all this stuff out there. And then some of y'all want to try to come and get an attitude with me because you looking at the estate. Oh, it was just a fan that reported it. Excuse me, let me explain something to you all. It was just alleged fans that got R. Kelly locked up. Okay? Them alleged fans are the ones that came together and said mute R. Kelly, burned up his CDs, made a documentary. And the Cook County State's attorney here, she got on the news and said, if you have been a victim of R. Kelly, come forward. Guess what? I want the Attorney General of the state of California and the Attorney General of the state of New Jersey to hold a press conference and say, if you have been a victim of Wade Robson and James Safechuck trying to commit fraud or lie on you in court, and the Casios, if they have tried to blackmail or extort you, please come forward. That's going to fuck their ass up. I'm a brilliant motherfucker, baby. I'm going to fuck their ass up. I am not playing with these people. I don't know what you Michael Jackson community is doing, but I'm not playing with them. Canceling your Netflix subscriptions don't put nobody in prison. I want Netflix to follow us around as we get justice for Michael Jackson. I'm talking to Netflix, and I'm like, you got to do a Justice for MJ documentary series. You got to show both sides. That's what Netflix finna do. They gonna put something out that's gonna show the real truth. Y'all, we gotta think strategically here. Ain't nobody playing with them. We have to think strategically. Wade Robson is getting the hell up out of our country. You are not a U.S. citizen, Wade Robson. You gonna get the hell up out of here. You are a traitor to the United States of America. You come over here from Australia and Michael Jackson hires you and gives you a job. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have blown up the way you did. And you turn against him, you get the hell out of our country. I'm calling the head of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency. In the name of Yahshua, go get this motherfucker and kick him out of our country. You don't belong here. You will be going to court on Zoom, bitch, when I get through with you. We shutting it down. Shutting it down. They are being paid. Somebody is paying them to try to destroy Michael Jackson's legacy. And I am not going to let it happen. And I don't give a damn if some of y'all don't like me, because guess what? Your love for Michael Jackson should be stronger than your hate for me. These bastards are going to prison. Wade Robson gonna have a choice. We gonna put you in prison or we gonna deport you. And since the Australians don't want you, we gonna send you to Antarctica so you can teach them how to dance. That's your assignment. The scientists and the research teams that are in Antarctica, you just go over there and teach them how to dance. It's 10 degrees. It's day summer, baby. That's where he needs to go. I'm not playing. Screenshot this. All of y'all coming in here, screenshot this and share it. They are going to prison. Because I'm going to make that shit happen. Y'all sit up here and complain, oh, they lying. They doing this and this, that, and the other, and all this and all this. You ain't picked up the phone and called the Attorney General. You haven't picked up the phone or email or even a physical letter and wrote to these people. The FBI, the Department of Justice, you've done nothing but run your mouth. Do something. I have 3 people overseas who are writing physical letters to the FBI and the Department of Justice, filing a complaint against all 7 of them. Thank y'all for coming in. Darling, Shanti, Sarah, Mr. Swag, James. I need to be seeing this. Y'all screenshot this and share it. And tell the world they are going to prison. They are going to prison. Keep saying it. James Safechuck, or as I like to call him, James Unsafe Fuck, and Wade Robson are going to prison. They will be locked up for perjury. And we may even find some other crimes. See, once they are beginning to be investigated, there may be other shit that they've done. Somebody is paying them to do this. And when we find out who it is, you're going to get locked up too. I don't know who's paying these guys. But let me say this. There is such thing as play both ends against the middle, because you have a lot of that going on. You have entities that play both sides. And usually when it's a situation like that, the culprit is closer than you think. I have my theories and my suspicions on who it could be. But the truth is going to be revealed. Those people are being paid to lie. Listen, you are not going to pursue something for 13, 14 years unless you are being paid. Or unless it's true, and we know it's not true. Wade Robson was a backup dancer for Janet Jackson in 2009 at the MTV Awards when she did the Scream with Michael on the video behind her. Why would you be in a tribute to Michael Jackson if he sexually assaulted you? You wouldn't want to have nothing to do with somebody who sexually assaulted you. You be glad they was dead. These people are liars. And they worse than liars. They're perjurers. That's a crime. I'm going to get them put in prison. I have a colleague that owns a cafe around the corner from my house. His best friend is friends with President Trump. And President Trump was Michael Jackson's friend. And President Trump defended Michael Jackson. Go on YouTube and put in President Trump. No, I take that back. Put in Donald Trump defending Michael Jackson. And listen, and I didn't told him, President Trump, if you want to make America great again, you lock up these 7 perjurers and you send one of them, deport him. That's what's going to make America great again. When all of these demons, thieves, liars, extortionists, brabbers get the fuck out of our country. Go to prison. Get them out of here. They are a generation of vipers. Read your Bible. This is war. We are in a war, y'all. It's the MJ Soldiers of Love versus the Perjury 7. And we're going to win this war. See, they may have won some battles, but they ain't won no war. But you see how persistent they are? The judge threw their case out twice, but they got a law passed so they can sue Michael Jackson. And since the law got passed, they found a judge that said they can go to trial. I had put my leg up on the bed. I didn't know y'all could see it. They found a judge that can say they can go to trial. They were supposed to go to trial November the 23rd, 2026. It got pushed up to February of 2028. But guess what? The goal is for it to not to be no trial. Because if we get them locked up for perjury and we get the other motherfucker deported, ain't gonna be no trial. Thank you for the hearts. Please send more. No, they got to get up out of our country. We're not having this. These are criminals. The Cassios are criminals. The Cassios are blackmailers, extortionists, and perjurers. And Eddie Cassio is a fraudster. Let me tell you what the problem is. The Michael Jackson estate and Sony never filed fraud charges against the Cassios. Well, fraud against Eddie Cassio back in 2010 and blackmail and extortion in 2020. This is the problem. You have to stop paying people off. The Cassios threatened the Michael Jackson estate, and they got scared and gave them $15 million to be quiet in 2020. But the problem is when you pay a blackmailer, they're going to come back for more. They should have went to the authorities and said, hey, we are being blackmailed and extorted by 5 people who were supposed to be friends with Michael Jackson. Always go to the authorities. Even if the authorities don't do anything, you need to have a record that you filed a police report, that you filed a complaint with the attorney general, with the state's attorney, with whoever. And then if they don't do anything, go to the news. Always go to the news. The news will save you. Let me tell you something. Even though the media was very critical and very harsh of Michael Jackson, in some ways the media saved him. They always knew where he was because they was on him. Couldn't nobody just, let me say something, couldn't nobody just roll up on Michael and shoot him? Couldn't nobody roll up on him and do anything to him? Because the media would have got it. That's why what happened to him had to be behind closed doors. But guess what? As soon as that ambulance was called, TMZ was right outside that house. TMZ gets it first. I don't know who they paying or what kind of deal they got going on, but whatever happened, TMZ get it first. And then it goes to NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, and all of that. No, TMZ gets everything first. I want y'all to screenshot this and share it. We have to manifest this. You all say you love Michael Jackson. That's what he did. He wrote on the walls, on toilet papers, on grocery bags, whatever it was. I'm the greatest entertainer in the world. I'm the greatest entertainer in the world. I'm going to sell 100 million copies, sell 100 million copies. Well, guess what? These are perjurers and they're going to prison. That's what you need to post. Screenshot this picture and say, these are perjurers and they're going to prison. If everybody shared that, then they would be perjurers and they're going to prison. Speak this into existence. I'm not going to stop. I have dedicated my life. I'm not going to stop until they locked up or out of this country. In case y'all just getting in here. Wade Robson is not a U.S. citizen. I have sent word to President Trump and ICE to have him deported. And if he did get citizenship, to revoke it for perjury. President Trump and Michael Jackson were friends. Get the fuck out of our country, Wade Robson. You are a traitor. You have made attempts to destroy a great American hero. You do not belong here. How the fuck you gonna come over here from Australia and try to sue an American citizen? Get the fuck out of here.